They are business leaders, experts in economy, society, and culture. In 15 minutes, their insights will create a vivid picture of Vietnam. Sharing Vietnam, the country as you see.
Jeremy Showalter began his career at Microsoft in 2006 as a finance manager supporting the information worker business. Before joining Microsoft, he was a management and technology consultant in Washington to CFOs and IT directors in local and federal government, among other accomplishments. In 2001, a paper he wrote on business opportunities related to software as a service was published as a part of a book on web service. He holds an MBA from the University of Chicago, an MA degree in International Business from George Washington University, and a BS degree in Mechanical Engineering from the Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology. Mr. Jeremy Showalter, Solution Team Lead, Microsoft Vietnam. Hello, Mr. Showalter, and thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you.
I know that you have just been in Vietnam for about 2 months, so could you please share with us your feelings?
Very impressed. It's a beautiful country. We've had a chance to travel some. Personally, working with the people here has been great. And exploring a new place like Hanoi has been very exciting for me to see a new place and to learn about a new place.
So is it your first time in Vietnam to work for Microsoft Vietnam, or before that you used to visit this country as a tourist?
Yes, I first visited Vietnam about 8 years ago. I was traveling through Southeast Asia with my wife, and we spent some time in Ho Chi Minh, some other countries here in Southeast Asia. So it's definitely not my first time here. I was also back in 2010, I think it was, for some work trips. So definitely a few times before this big move.
Was it a hard decision for you to move from your homeland island to work in this country?
It's been a goal of mine to live here and to work here. And so this was certainly something I really wanted to do and very excited to do, so very happy to be here with the team that we have. I moved from Ireland and it's very rainy there and very cold, and so people did warn me about the winters here, and they said, oh, Hanoi will be very cold, but I think we'll be okay. I think it'll be fine. No, it was not a hard decision. Definitely something that we've wanted to do, so a very easy one. I have 3 young children. One's 5, one's 3, and one is just a newborn, 3 months, 4 months old now. So that part was a bit more challenging, but something that we were all interested in doing and doing together as a family.
Now you are working as Solution Team Lead in Microsoft Vietnam. So what are your opinion on the potential of Vietnam's market?
Very exciting times. Clearly, there's a lot of challenges in a lot of countries around the world. Vietnam is facing some of those challenges, like other countries, but it's also a very exciting time for the country to continue to develop, continue to grow. For Microsoft specifically, we have very good partners here that we've been working with. We're very interested in helping more developers and more software programmers learn new skills and expand those skills with Windows 8. And so we're focused on this market to grow that market internally as a Vietnam country internal to the market here. A lot of interest in this country, a lot of interest in the growth here in Southeast Asia in general, and of course that is located here in Hanoi and also in Ho Chi Minh as our 2 main offices. But lots of interest. You wouldn't imagine how many people have asked us, can we come visit, can we come see, can we come learn more about Vietnam? And so we have a lot of interest from Microsoft to come visit, to come meet the different customers and different partners that we have here.
At this moment, Microsoft Vietnam in particular and Microsoft all around the world has more and more competitors. So what will be the strategy in order to obtain this market?
Really good question. So we are really at the beginning of a very exciting time for Microsoft with the launch of a lot of really exciting products like Windows 8. We have recently launched a new version of Windows Server. And so that is the best virtualization and private cloud offering in the market today. So our strategy is really around a couple things. Number one, having the best products and offerings in market. And we believe we have those across all the devices that we have today available. Having the best partners, and so that's a big focus for the Vietnam market, is that we have really good partners that we can grow with, that are local partners to this market. And then adding value to our customers is simply the thing that we're working to do. We want to see their potential grow. We want to see that be developed, whether that's in education, whether that's in government, or whether that's in the private sector here. Certainly me learning some more aspects of Vietnam is certainly one of the challenges. That's something that I, of course, need to continue to learn, whether that's more of the language, more of the culture, or just how business is done here, of course, is something that I'm still learning about. And those, of course, are things that are different from country to country. And so that's something that we'll all continue to grow in over the years.
Microsoft recently launched worldwide hackathon for Windows 2012, Wows Up 2012 in Vietnam, with prizes worth up to $20,000 for the winners among over 1,000 candidates in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. The hackathon will officially run worldwide from November the 9 to 11, 2012. Candidates can be students, programmers, and young people who will establish their own groups for application development within 48 hours. Apart from big prizes, Wows Up 2012 will make it possible for contestants to share their knowledge, improve their teamwork skills, and receive advice from leading software experts in Vietnam. Applications should be completed on one of the websites. For more information, you can visit Wows Up 2012 worldwide. Education also a field that Microsoft Vietnam is paying attention to in this country. So can you share with us about this field?
It's a very important part of our work. We have an education team that's dedicated to that space and to those institutions. And so it's a very important commitment of Microsoft for the education of any country, Vietnam specifically. It's a piece of our business that we care very much about. It's something that we've all kind of gone through as students many times, and so it's something that we all have a personal connection to. And as we have, me personally, I have children, and so I'm very much committed to the education here and the education more broadly for Microsoft.
And competitions also one of the things that Microsoft organized in order to cooperate more with Vietnam for the education for the future. So Wows Up 2012 is one of that. So can you share with us more information on this competition?
Sure. The competition is around application development, and it's called Wows Up 2012. And there's a site on Facebook for that, Wows Up 2012 on Facebook. The competition is really to encourage the development of programmers here in Vietnam. And so it's a 2-day event. It runs basically a Saturday over a weekend, Saturday, Sunday. It's the kind of a hackathon, if you will, or a development of applications over a weekend. And it's really intended to be a time for different programmers to get together, different teams to get together to build new applications. So while yes, that's of course on the Windows platform is what we're focused on right now, that is also a great time for the developers across Vietnam to connect, to network, to get to know each other. We expect about 400 developers across the different cities, whether that's Hanoi or Ho Chi Minh. It's also a lot of fun for them to just code for a long period of time. So usually they don't sleep at all for the weekend, but it's a really exciting time for them to spend time together and to really work on their applications that they're developing.
What will you share with the Vietnamese young people if they would love to follow IT career as you are doing, and also if they would love to work for Microsoft Vietnam?
Absolutely. We are always looking for great talent here in Vietnam, particularly local talent. And so that's something that, the encouragement there is anyone who's interested in programming and application development, that's something where we want them to connect with other people. We'd love them to connect into these types of competitions. We obviously have prizes at those competitions, so there's something in it for them. There's obviously revenue potential for their applications as they're sold on the app stores on Windows 8. And in the longer term, our goal is that Vietnam would develop its own software market. That's something that we want to see for this country, that the development of that software market will help the economy, will help our local partners, and of course help Vietnam as a country here.
We are now at the end of the year 2012, and you have just been here. So what will be the future plan of your company in Vietnam in 2013?
Good question. Well, I just arrived, so it's an exciting time for me to think about that next year. Certainly our focus over the next year is helping customers understand some of the new things that we're bringing to market, like Windows 8, which launches in about 3 days, Windows Phone 8, and a lot of the business products that we've recently launched. A lot of new things for us to help organizations understand and get value out of those things. Longer term, as I said, we want to see the software market here grow as an indigenous local market, meaning local software developers building their own applications and building them for Vietnam to solve the problems of Vietnam and the challenges of the country here, and we simply want to be part of that. We're here to help support the country, to help support our local partners, and we're here for the long term. We've been here for many years and we'll be here for many years to come.
Yourself, did you have any targets for your term in this country?
I'll be here for a number of years, so that's certainly my commitment. When I move between different countries like I have in the past, it's always indefinite, meaning I'm here until I move someplace else. So I'll be here for a number of years, and certainly for the targets that we have here, many of those are personal targets for me to stay here and commit to the market. And of course, for our team here, we're all about helping the organizations here in Vietnam develop and grow their businesses.
Once again, thank you so much for joining us, and I wish you great time in this country.
Great, thank you for your time. I appreciate it anytime.
Cảm ơn biên tập viên Minh-Ngan và ông Jeremy Showalter. Khép lại tiểu mục Việt Nam góc nhìn của bạn, chúng ta sẽ cùng chuyển sang tiểu mục Việt Nam hội nhập và phát triển bền vững cùng với biên tập viên Khánh Long.
Cảm ơn biên tập viên Mai Phương. Thưa quý vị và các bạn, năm 2012, thị trường xuất khẩu có nhiều biến động, ngành gỗ cũng không nằm ngoài tình hình chung này. Tuy nhiên, xuất khẩu đồ gỗ vẫn giữ được tốc độ tăng trưởng ổn định. Vậy những yếu tố giúp cho ngành gỗ đạt được kết quả trên là như thế nào? Câu trả lời sẽ có trong mục hội nhập ngày hôm nay.